You know, every time, every day is morning. Good morning, great people. So those who are meeting me for the first time, I am the captain. And of course, for the last 6.5 months, BK has been unwell. I've been with him. We began from here, that was last year, August, when he suffered back pains. And of course, I remember September, we had a Kaban event. We had to go to US. We still went. That's how strong he was. To US for a Kaban event, came back. And of course, with the time, we could not bear the pain. So in January, we declared to go to India. But of course, instead of getting better, I could see him going down every day. And then I walked the journey with him for the last 6.5 months, up to the last minute on 29th. 4:45, I was holding him as he passed on. And of course, I thank God for the years he has given me to Bernard, and he has given Bernard to you. Because as a wife, he was not just a husband to me, he was my hero, my mentor, and my role model. With a background of a housewife, not that I went to school to become a housewife. You know, BK really appreciates what we call people values. I had to give in my education to have the siblings go to school. And I became a housewife. But the beauty is every time he grew in his career, he grew me. He never left me behind. For me, he never saw me as a housewife. Every step he did, he never left me behind. And the best thing, every decision he made, even being a housewife, I had to contribute towards every decision he made as a husband. For me, he has given me the best. Sinandini na BK, love, growth, boldness. He has given me what a wife could ask from a husband. We came to an extent that every time I wanted money, I never used to ask. Get to his wallet and pull out. And that's the far we went with BK, because BK believes in plenty, even when he doesn't have. And he believes in giving. That was BK for you. Every time he used to say a strong man, a rich man, is a man when you go shopping with your wife, you let her spend. Shop without complaining. That was BK for me. Kwa hivyo, BK sinandini na yeye. So of course, I'm very strong and very bold. Because the 6.5 months we have been together, he was preparing me day by day. I remember one day he called me and Roy and told me, I feel this is my last phase of life. And he told Roy, now you have to be a man and take care of the family. And he told Roy, the worst you could do for me is one day to hear your mother cry because of you. Those are the words he told Roy. And of course, I remember one day came from ICU, picked his phone, and they called the team, called Mercy Degwa, he called Karen Joki, he called Innocent, but Miss Innocent, they kept on complaining. He called Peter Mutua, and they gave them one message. I want you to be very serious about it, taking pure and broken. That was the message he passed to the team. Of course, every time he told me, if I have to be mourned, it should be one day. He said to be mourned for how many days? Yeah, that is BK for you. And they said in the morning, bury me and go back to work. And they say to the team, the ego team, where is the ego team? He said the best gift you can give him is not mourning. The best gift you can give BK is to become successful and make you alive. You owe him. So the time you are not pulling to become who you want to be, that will not be right for BK. Are we together? That will not be right. So for the ego team, I'm very strong and very bold. I'm so strong you can't imagine. And I'm ready to take the challenge. Of course, his shoes are too big for me to fit. But every big success has to start from sir. It has begun. And I'm ready for the battle. And we are going to fight and stand tall for each one of us. And we are going to light the candles one by one by touching people's lives. So you are taken care of. I'm to take care of you. I'm going to stand by you, and I'm going to stand for what is right. Every bit he did, it's in me. That's the best gift BK has done for me. Just to plant his seed of greatness in me. And not just me alone, the ego team. I'm so proud of BK. And wherever he is, I promise I'll never let him down. I'm going to be a fighter. I'm going to be like a rhino. You know rhino? Very thick-skinned. When you shoot, it just shakes, and the arrow just drops down. And that's exactly what I'm going to be. Of course, I meet him. I miss him. Sometimes, for the last few days, every night I'm with BK, he has been telling me a lot. And every time he's talking about the ego team. Not his children, about the what? So he has a very special place for the ego team. And the ego team, I want you to stand tall. Are we together? You're going to stand tall and stand for what is right. And perfect your life and your future. You have a big mission ahead of you. And not just the ego team. The entire BSM what? And of course, before I go, I want to recognize our MD, Miss Liu. She's a very special lady in our lives, and she has changed the face of the industry, especially in Biosuma in Kenya. You can see where she has been seated since then. Yes, very supportive, very understanding, and of course, giving us the what? Giving us the best. So of course, what I want from you is an encouragement. I don't want sympathy. I don't want sympathy from anybody. What I want from you is what? Encouragement. That's exactly what I'm looking for. The next thing is prayer. You know, nothing happens what? Without prayer. Are we together? Encouragement. That's the best I want from you. Are we together? So of course, I miss BK. Of course, I feel like part of me is not there. But I know part of me is here because I've always promised I'll never let him down. And all his dreams and what he declared to do, all his projects. When he talks about 1,000 millionaires, is not his lifetime, per year. Per what? Per year. 1,000 millionaires every year. And that's what we are going for. The first message I wrote to the ego team, that's the message. Because that's the message he left with me, that's the message I wrote to them. Are we together? So that's, he has several projects, of course, the church. It needs the pews. Where is the ego team? You know the promise? It's a very special team because I remember one day when we were doing the roofing, the ego team we put together, and within 1.5 hours, we raised more than 3.5 million. And then we roofed the church. So we are here to do the pills. And of course, organize the grounds. You know the grounds? We have to do the cabro and that. So that's a mission and accomplished. The next mission is the Eagle Team home. He told me the home in Yata is not my home. It's the home of the Eagle Team. To do all the team activities, you know, getaways and activities. So that one I'm going to accomplish. The next thing is giving. Of course, he told me which channel to give. We are yet, there's one project he left, big project, where we have to empower the youth. Because you find where we come from, we have so many, they have gone to school, and of course some could not complete, and others are there, they have nothing to do. We have to find something for the youth and lift their lives and ensure they have incomes. Because if they don't have income, you know, when they come to kill, you are the first person to do what? Yes. So those missions, I'm going to accomplish them. For the Eagle Team, together with the summit. Where is the summit? Just stand up. The Eagle Team Summit. You are looking at giants. You see those giants? That is part of the team BK has mentored. And they told me to all together with that team. And we are going to place BF Suma where it belongs, because they have changed millions of people's lives. Thank you, Eagle Team. Thank you, Summit. So that's the team. We are working together to ensure that everything is what? So thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. We really appreciate, as the Kasema's family, we truly appreciate your presence. Having left your afternoon, what you do, isn't it? To be with us, to lift us, and to be there for us, that is something. So I thank God for each one of us. Prayer and then carry me. That's what I need from you. Thank you, team, and be blessed. Let's be K-Soul, and let's sing peace. Yes.
Wow. Let's give Mama a better clap. The request is home. All she needs is courage and prayer. Then let's go to work. Because of time, we're supposed to have a lot of tributes that we'd prepared for you. But in interest of time, we have another mass which is happening in the next 15 minutes. So what we're going to do tomorrow, we're going to Yata, Kilimani. That is where we are going to share a lot of tributes. Our mass tomorrow will start quite early. So we are going to leave from Lee Funeral Home at 6 a.m. in the morning. So 6 a.m. in the morning, you should be at Lee Funeral Home tomorrow. We'll start the procession there to Yata, and then from there we'll be able to give you the rest of the program. I just want to call one of the family members, that is Roy Kasema. Thank you, Roy. So I just want to call the brothers, that is Paul Kasema and Joseph. Please come forward, Paul Kasema and Joseph. And all the brothers that are here, those are the ones that I know. If there's another one, I don't want to skip anybody. To be able just to say a word. And then from there, we'll be able to have the children to be able to come here, give a remark, and we can be able to close from there. So, karibuni sana.
Well, good morning. My name is Paul Kasema, and just here to give a tribute to our brother Bernard. Or Captain Bernard was not just a brother. We've come a long way. I think we've known him for the long that he has known us. I don't want to take a lot of time. Just before I speak a little bit about him, I would like to thank our captain, my sister, Praxedis, who is again more than a sister, for staying for 6, almost 7 months with her brother and taking care of him. It's not a small job. I was in India, and I saw what a captain, I saw what Victor were, and what Roy were doing. It's not a small job. And they were there, morning, evening, and for 6 months. And that, I say, can only be true love. So even as we eulogize our captain, I think we need also to thank we want to thank our captain for that job you did, and Roy, and which you can't take for granted. BK was a champion to our lives. He allowed our lives to be what we are. And what did he do? I mean, I cannot put BK's life within this much because of time. I'll be very brief. He was there for us. He allowed us to go to school. And BK loved to love. Briefly, when I was in India, he was still concerned. I mean, I'm coming to see him, and he's still concerned about me. He's concerned about my weight. I was concerned about my teeth. Somehow, I don't know how he discovered that I didn't have a tooth. And he told me, listen, before you go back to Kenya, please fix the teeth and make sure that you are sorted. You've gone for the full body checkup and get sorted. He spent time also to remind me. And then our business, my business, he told Captain, show Paul where he is in his business. How long is he to get there? It's called what? This? Nyumba. Villa. And he encouraged me and he told me it's not too far. And then he showed me the money and he was still very concerned. What am I saying? BK loved for free. And I think I love our captain. We're not happy that we've lost him. He meant life very easy for us, even at home. Yeah, so because of time, I will not take long, but mark it. If I was to talk about that man, I will need the whole day. Thank you.
Good morning. BK was a gem. Let's pray for him. Let him rest in peace. Amen.
Thank you, Joseph and Paul. So I'll be able to give Roy, the son, to be able to give us some tribute from the children and some remarks. And then after that, we are going to close and get a vote of thanks from Pastor Kyoko. If you're around, Pastor Kyoko, please come forward.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon. For those who don't know me, my name is Roy Michael Kasema Muasia. Obviously, it's unfortunate that we are gathered under these circumstances. But and this is something some people will have heard me say, that unfortunately death has a way of bringing people together. So unfortunately, because of time, because we've run on, I won't say too much. I thought maybe what I'll do is I'll just read the children's tribute in the book, and then I'll just say 2 words, and then we'll close. So on behalf of me and all my siblings, this is what we wrote. We wrote, Dad, you are our anchor, our captain, and our greatest supporter. You taught us to walk with integrity, to treat everyone with kindness and respect, and to chase our dreams without compromise. If anyone can do it, you can do it. That is exactly what BK would say. You believed in each of us so deeply, so you invested in us. You trained us, and you challenged us. You pushed us beyond what we believed to be our limits. And along the way, you never missed a moment to tell us how proud you are of the champions we were becoming. We will miss your stories, your infectious laughter, your unending wisdom, And the way you made everything feel okay just by being there. I don't know if anyone ever experienced that. But my father had a presence. And his presence was healing. With you, we were always safe. Not just us, but the entire Eagle Team family. Thank you for loving us all. Thank you for giving yourself for all of us. You changed all of our lives, and we're eternally grateful. Thank you for showing us what true leadership, strength, humility, and love looks like. We promise to carry all of your lessons in our hearts and to lead with love in everything that we do, just as you taught us to do. BK, you ran an exceptional race, and we are so proud of you. It's time for you to rest now, Dad. Rest well, our captain. We love you always. Just in finishing, the question I wanted to answer today is, who was Captain BK? Who was he at his core? And I think the easiest way to answer is by giving a short story. In that, in his typical fashion, in his last moments, BK was preoccupied with the well-being of others, even when he was at his worst. In fact, in particular, he asked me, Roy, when you were last at home, did it look like anyone there really needed me? That's what he asked me. It almost felt like he wanted to know if he had our permission to rest. He wanted to know that he had the team's permission to let go. Before I could even reply, he continued, Roy, if anything should ever happen to me, not that I'm saying it will. Then he paused and smiled and laughed. I'm not saying it will, but if it did, I want you to make sure you look after your mom and the team. Your mom is a very special lady, and you must do everything you can to make sure she's okay. I finally got the chance to respond, and I chuckled. I said, nothing is going to happen to you. What could happen? We all need you as backup. We can't do it without you. I told him, we still need you, Dad. And in typical BK fashion, he chuckled and he said, okay, you go rest. You go rest. In the last 2 conversations we had, he said, Roy, you're my son, and I'm going to need you to be strong like me. It won't be easy, and I know it might not be fair because I'm putting a lot on you. But your mom, your sisters, the team, the people back home, they will need you to be strong for them should my time come. And the last thing my dad ever said to me was, thank you for looking after me. This is who my dad was. His mission and his calling was to love and to care for as many people as he could. And he truly did that in both word and deed. Even in his final moments, he wanted to make sure that those he loved and cared for would be okay. My dad was a good man. What a guy. Santi.
Thank you so much. Let's clap for Roy. Okay, so in interest of time, our clergy had also noted the presence of our company representative, Louise, and the team. Madam Louise, please come forward for just a second. You can be accompanied by the rest of the company representative. You don't need to talk, we just want to see you. Jackie? Because of time, just say hello.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Yeah, I'm very happy. How should I say? Yeah, I thought I will give my tribute tomorrow, and hopefully see you tomorrow in BK's funeral. Yes. Yeah.
Thank you so much. That is Lois and the company representatives, Jackie and everyone. Thank you so much. God bless you for coming. Thank you so much for the support. All right, and now I want to give our pastor Kyoko to give us the vote of thanks, and maybe from there our Father Cosmas will be able to dismiss us for today. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. God is good. Oh, I always say this. I'm a testimony. When one tells me God is good, I say I'm a testimony because I know He is good. And the other time, I say things are getting better and better because he's in charge. Now as I give my last remarks for Bernard, I knew Bernard when he was a very small child. And as he grew up very brave, being very brave in every way, very courageous, a man who loved learning. Not education, but learning. He loved to pursue anything that seemed to have sense to him and a value. And Bernard stood for what he knew was right. You couldn't turn him around, even when he was a child. I may not tell a story of what happened one time, knowing that he needed fish. And the things, the way they were, the fish was not coming. So he stood very near the window when he was receiving that time of, when he wanted fish. The story, I'm not going to complete it because he went away with the fish, but he threw the window. Because he knew he has to go to school. But the things were not very conducive. However, thank you so much for coming to stand with a very brave man. I always think of him as a man who starts small, smart, and pursues every situation, knowing that every situation is a season. And with God, he holds it with all his might. That's a person I knew Bernard was, being a pillar in our church. I mean being a pillar, not in the church only, but in our family. When the mother was to donate the land, I told her, for the sake of the family, give the title deed to the church. Don't offer it, but give it to the church because you're giving to God. And Bernard stood by that, and that's why when the church started building, Bernard went with all his might to make sure that the mother's dream for having a church near where she could go, because from that place to where she used to go was far, she would be able to have a place to pray. For all of you who have stood with now Captain Mama Mwelu, I know many of you do not know Mwelu. Mwelu is Berdina. And because I call her Mama Mwelu, because of the respect, according to the culture of our community, thank you for being so strong. And thank you, everyone who has come. You're welcome to our village, that is Kedimani, the place that you go and see what God has done through his servant Bernard. And Bernard is a pillar of light, of hope. A pillar of light of hope because many in that area know him as a person whom you could count on. And is a person whom we are feeling has given a challenge for us to pursue what must be done. Thank you. Thank you again. God bless you.
Thank you so much. I'll see you tomorrow as I welcome Father Cosmas to be able to dismiss us.
Asante sana to our MC, ndio mwene. You know, the microphone was here, so if I were to talk when it was here, you wouldn't hear anything. But for him, it was okay. So he is not short. It is only that is close to the earth. So I would like to take this opportunity also to thank him for having made a very good MC. I take the opportunity again to welcome you tomorrow for the send-off ceremony, which will take place at St. Teresia Catholic Church, Ngumo. And that is a special place for Bernard. In fact, his mother is buried there, and we thank the family. the family of Kasema. We thank you in a big way. The family of BK, now the family of course BK, and also we have Captain, what? PK. Remain being strong, continue being strong. Na kuna kitu Captain PK, P for poi. Have you got P, Captain PK? There is something she said which really means Bernard was really a gentleman. Yani hata bibi aitishi, hakuna kuitisha pesa. We chukua wallet, take the much you want, na ile ingine tu urudishe. Hapa najua kuna wanawake mabwana zao wanaficha nje kabla hawajaingia kwa boma. Kwa hivyo kama una ruhusa usifikirie kama bwanako ni Captain BK ati ukachukue utangolewa meno. So kama hujapewa hiyo ruhusa omba, sawa sawa. Otherwise, thank you very much for letting us, for Captain PK, for letting us know that her husband was such a lovely man and a caring man. And truly he was. So most welcome tomorrow. The plan is that we have our mass, we begin at 10. So let us try to be there. I can see we are all going to be meeting there. God bless you. Have a safe journey. And of course, even a blessed evening and a good night. Thank you. Choir wimbo wa exit.
As we exit, kindly, for purposes of social, you need to clear the main entrance of the door of the church and the two exits on the left and your right. So, kitoka tafadhali, mwende kama mwenda kando, for the sake of the next service that we're having in a few minutes.
Baba.